All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. In case this is your first time joining us, you are all welcome. My name is Coach Mo, and I welcome you to this tonight's session where you are going to be learning a lot. So please confirm if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me get a confirmation on the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me get a confirmation on the chat, please. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dollar Queen. All right. So one thing you must understand is that before we start, I want us to use today for question and answers, please. Just to ensure everyone here that have been attending our Zoom sessions are all paying attention and they understand what we have been teaching. Okay, so let's use today as question and answers. You can ask questions relating to the Excel templates. Just drop questions. You can raise up a digital hand. If you want to speak up, I would permit you to unmute your mic to speak up. But one thing you need to understand, please, Q or cryptocurrency trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I keep saying this, and I have a reason for saying this. If you cannot do this business for the next 5 to 10 years, please don't even get started. Yes, if you cannot do this business for the next 5 to 10 years, please just forget about this. You can just go focus on your 9 to 5. Just pay attention with your 9 to 5 and focus on your 9 to 5. This is not for you. Rqtmi is a platform you don't lose money. The reason is because your money is in your custody. And once you activate your boat, you can either choose to be a businessman / an investor, an entrepreneur, or both. Who is a businessman or an investor? You can refer to them as both because you can either become an investor or a businessman. So who is a businessman / investor? It is someone who has good capital, say $25,000 and above. Yes. Now, to excel, he or she will have to acquire trading skills to continuously grow his or her money. Now, they don't need to acquire marketing skills as long as he has a good capital. So a businessman / investor do not need to share the business with anybody. They don't need to know anything about the affiliate. It is optional, completely optional. All they need is to acquire the skill of trading and they keep on growing their capital. And then who is now an entrepreneur? It's someone that has less than $25,000 as trading capital. And for them to excel, he or she will need to acquire trading skills plus marketing skills. I repeat, trading skills plus marketing skills. So that he or she can accumulate money from trading and also marketing to grow his or her capital. Now, let's take a look at this example of someone who is trading with $25,000, making 40% yearly of his from his capital. That should be around $10,000, which is about 15 million naira on a yearly. That is if they are making 40% yearly. That would be in naira, 15 million naira. So you can see, what I'm trying to say here is that you need to pay attention in learning the skills. The profit you make here is a function of your capital. Please take note of this. The profit you make in Rqtmi is a function of your capital, the market condition, and then how you use the robot, which is what we teach you for free. So you cannot just join this business and fold your hands without wanting to learn anything. Sometimes I see people saying, Royal Q is not working, this is that. It is not Royal Q that is making you to experience floating loss. No, it is not Royal Q. It is the market condition. Royal Q is just a software we use to trade. So do not blame Royal Q that Royal Q is making you experience floating loss. No. And a very important thing you need to understand here, there is nothing like a holy grail strategy. There's nothing like a holy grail settings. There are 1,000 ways to trade, over 1,000 ways to trade. So do not jump from one strategy to the other, all in the name of you want to run away from floating loss. Floating loss is part of this business. It is part of this business. It is better off you stick to one strategy, understand it, keep on practicing using it over and over and over. That is how you gain mastery. You repeat one thing over and over 1,000 times. That is how you gain mastery, instead of jumping from here to there, all in the name of looking for the holy grail strategy or holy grail settings, just for you to escape floating loss. Please, if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see hear me loud and clear, let me get a confirmation just to be sure I am not talking with myself. Let me get a confirmation on the chat if you can still hear me. I hope I am audible. Awesome. So I am about to share my screen right away. I am about to share my screen right away. Now, this is the Rqtmi YouTube channel. In case you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so. Why? Because every session that you see we do is always being uploaded on what? This channel. All you need to do is to come to videos. You come to videos. You come to videos, and then you check all the previous sessions that we have been doing. And if you take notes, every session here or every video here is being tagged with a date. They are all being tagged with a date. So should in case you miss some sessions for last week, all you need to do is to come to the YouTube channel, go to videos, and then you search based on the dates. Based on that date you missed the session. Simple as that. You can also go to playlists. You can see playlists. We have video here, we have playlists here. And on the playlist, you can also check for some interesting videos there that you want to watch and gain more knowledge. And gain more knowledge. It is all about learning, learning, and learning. There are a lot of videos here. Also for prospect, if you have prospect and you want to share a playlist for them to watch, all you just need to do is to what? Click on this playlist, and then you see, sorry, what just happened? Okay, and then you see the 4 videos here. You can see the 4 videos here. Where is my annotation? I can't see it anymore. Okay, you can see the 4 videos here for prospects. These are 4 videos you can share with your prospects. And once they watch it, it will take the grace of God for them not to activate, only if they don't have money. So everything you are looking for is here. Is here. So please, if you have questions, feel free to ask your question. If you have questions, please feel free to ask your question. You can either drop your question on the chat or you can raise up your digital hand to be unmuted to speak up. There is a saying that person with the ask question, no, they lost, or somebody who asks questions never gets missing. So feel free, do not keep things to yourself. If there are some people that they don't like talking, I don't know, but please, this is a business you invested your money into. So I would blame you if you don't ask questions and you have questions to ask, but you refuse to ask questions. So please feel free to ask your question. I can see someone raising up his hand. Okay, King Mohammed, please kindly unmute your mic to ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, King Mohammed. Yes, good evening. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, sir. Sir, my question is I enter a trade using the Magic 3 because of my capital. And it is a cake. Though I did something, I did not obey the rule to some extent because I have a capital worth 150 USDT. So I enter a cake with what is it called, default setting. Then I use almost approximately $50 for UFT bull tactics. Hoping that I may likely come out from the trade within 2 days, but that did not happen. I entered the trade since 25, as people usually say. Floating loss is part of the system. I did not deter. I'm not worried because I know the market will bounce back. Since you say it's 5 years to 10 years, so I will remain patiently. But there's something I wanted to do that was 4 days ago, before the market keep dipping. When the market was pumping up, my hope was that before the daybreak, it will sell off, which is this UFT and the BEC. Unfortunately, the market keep going down. So there was something I wanted to do that night. I wanted to reduce the percentage of my profit. Since one was 5%,
what was your percentage?
And the other 5% for the cake and 4% for the UFT. But I said no, let me test my patience. But at the end of the day, sir, I almost regretted it. But notwithstanding, with your confirmation this evening that one should get ready, if you cannot dodge it. So I said, but if such a happen next time, this is my decision I wanted to take before. Can I take such a decision?
Okay, now the two mistakes you did was that number one, you did a poor risk management. You did a poor risk management. You are having a capital of you said 150, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are trading 2 coins, which is wrong. That 150 would have be able to trade only 1 coin on Magic 3 and not bull tactics, default settings. And secondly, there is nothing like hopefully here. Nobody controls the market. Even after you do analysis, you let the market do its thing, but you don't just enter a trade blindly and you say, hopefully it will sell in 2 days. No, please. No, please.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that was the mistake you made. But withstanding, you have nothing to worry about. Just be patient for the trade to sell out. Once it sells out, please readjust your settings and trade 1 coin at a time. If you want to trade more coins, get more capital to be able to trade more coins. I hope your question has been answered, King Mohammed. Please, do we have anyone who wants to raise up his or her hands to be omitted to ask their question, you can as well drop your question on the chat. You can drop your question on the chat. Okay, somebody is asking, how do we access the channel, the YouTube channel? Okay, just give me a second. Let me send you the link. Give me a second. I'll send you the link now. King Onyegbo, please check the chat. You'll get access to the link. Just click on the link, subscribe. You can also turn on the bell notification so that whenever a new video is being uploaded, you will get a notification on your phone. Please ask questions. Ask questions. If you don't understand anything relating to the Excel template, if you're having any issue with your trade, anything you're facing, please, any challenge you're facing, please just ask questions. Ask questions. You guys cannot say you don't have questions to ask. If you are really paying attention to all the teachings, you should have questions. You must have a question. There must be something that is really not clear. So that is the reason why we are here, for you to ask questions. So I am waiting for your questions. Please, I'm waiting for your questions. Ask questions or drop the question on the chat. So does that mean everybody here understands how to make use of the Excel templates? Okay, I can see Queen Miriam is raising up her hand. Please, Queen Miriam, if you can hear me, Queen Miriam, if you can hear me, please kindly unmute your mic to speak up.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir, I can hear you,
evening.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes, I have a question. My
Please go
question
ahead.
is that I'll make it short because my question is that the first time I tried using this template, I had around I think $200 on my Royal Q. I used I think I took about two trades. So since about almost 2 months, I've been on floating loss. So and since they always say floating loss is part of the business, and you have to, it's either you wait if you don't want to sell in profit. It's either you have to put another money or you introduce people into the business. So I had to put another $300. And this time around, I took a one circle trading. I did about three coins, and to my surprise, it didn't still enter floating loss. I don't understand. I don't know what I did wrong, because what I did first was to take 40% of my capital on the $100 for the bot to buy the coin that I bought. Then I went back to the setting and reset it to the remaining 60% and reset it to one shot. I did that for the three coin, but since about my bot has traded last now is in the 19th of January, and it seems the whole $500 is on floating loss. So I don't know whether I did something wrong or what should I do, because I'm confused. I don't have any other capital to inject into
Hello, Queen
business.
Miriam. Okay, you're breaking. Your audio is breaking. Can you still hear me?
I'm hearing you, sir. Hello, sir. Are you hearing me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Go
Yeah, did you
ahead. Go
get
ahead,
what I
please.
said, sir? Yes, I said,
Yeah.
uh,
Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Hello. Hello? It seems we lost her. Queen Miriam, can you still hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, we can hear you now.
My network is...
Hello? Hello? Please, can you guys still hear me? I want to be sure it's not my network. I want to be sure it is not my network.
Your network is clear.
Okay, since we lost her, and she has to be here so that I can answer the question. Okay, let's just see if she can rejoin so that we'll answer the question while she's here. Please, if you have any question, just quickly raise up your hand. Okay, let me confirm if she's still here. If she's not here, we'll have to skip that question, and when she joins back, she'll... Okay, I can see. Wonderful. Please unmute your mic and ask a question.
Okay, good evening, sir.
All right, good evening.
Please, sir, I have a particular question that has been bothering me. That is about a thread I entered long ago. That was around, should be November. But I've been running a floating loss of 74% now. So I want to know the consequence if the floating loss reaches 100%.
Okay, so one thing here is that no matter the percentage, you can never lose money here. Remember, when you are trading, the robot buys the unit in quantity for you. It is buying in quantity, so it is the unit that is constant, where the price is volatile. So no matter how deep the price goes to, it will still later go back up. So you recover back your money. All you just need is to be patient. It might only take some time, but you can never lose money, and you can never get zero here, please. You cannot get liquidated. Liquidation means your money goes to zero. Everything has been blown, because we don't trade with leverages, just like how the forex traders trade or futures traders trade. So you just have to be patient, please.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, I can see another question. Somebody is asking, how long does it take a trade to sell out? There is no time frame, please. There is no time frame. I'm trying to show you guys a trade I took. Was it yesterday? I don't know if I still have it on. I'm trying to show. There is no time frame. Once you are in a trade, all you just need to do is to be patient. To be patient. There is no time frame, please. There is no time frame. Okay, Miriam is back. Please unmute your mic.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I'm back. It's my network.
Okay, welcome back.
Yes, sir. So what I'm trying to explain is that my first $200 I put in on Rqtmi entered floating loss. I want to cut it short. Then because it entered floating loss, I had to get another $300 to put and put in the business. But the thing is, to my surprise, it still enter floating loss, because what I did in that second scenario is that I took a one cycle trade. Since they said, okay, one cycle will make you more money. So I took a one cycle trade, because I divided my capital into three, took $100 on 3 coin, but I used 40% of my $100 to buy the coin. And when the thing has bought for me, I went back to the setting and use the remaining, and I put my first buying amount at 15% to cover for the remaining trade on one shot. I did that for the 3 trade. But when I wanted to take the signal, I saw that on the signal the price has reduced on the signal. Is not what is on the signal that is there. So to meet up with the take profit price on the signal, I increased my percentage. I increased my percentage above, as assuming the percentage was 5%. And when I saw, by the time I'm taking the signal, I saw that the coin has dropped below what is on the signal. So I quickly calculated and increase my percentage to meet up with the selling price. I did that for all the 3 coins, but since 19th of January, the thing has not really, come out of that float. I think it entered floating loss again. So I'm stuck. I don't have any money to get in since almost 2 weeks now on another trade. And what should I do? Should I reduce the percentage? Should I leave it? Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
Okay, so you see, for
Hello, sir,
Rqtmi, we don't. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. For
Hello?
Rqtmi, we don't trade circle with that kind of funds. It's too small to trade circle with. But however, you have done it. Just what you need right now is to remain patient. If you don't know how to analyze a trade, you don't just assume things. It is always good for you to learn the skill so that you will become independent and you will be able to trade, okay? You'll be able to analyze and trade by yourself. That is what we are teaching you guys. Okay? Now, what's happening? Now, like I said, it is always good for you to learn the skill so that you can be able to trade by yourself. Okay? But if you don't know how to analyze, it's just like you are entering the market based on the signal that was provided. So whatever happens, just remain patient. We are not saying the signal was not good. What I'm trying to say is once you enter a trade, just remain patient and let the robot do its thing. But Rqtmi don't trade circle with that kind of capital. If you want to trade on a circle trade, you need at least a minimum number of 7 coins and $3,675. Trading with 525 per trade. That's if you want to trade circle now, we always recommend you to use 525 minimum 7 coins. So 3,675 is the minimum we can set up for you to trade on circle. But like I said, you are already on the trade. You have nothing to worry about. It will sell. All you need to do is just to be patient. I hope it's clear.
Yes, sir. So what should I be doing this time that I understand that I need to be patient? Do I need to inject more capital, or what should I? Because I'm not having any capital. How do I raise capital to continue trading, even if I have to now revert back to one shot?
How do you raise capital? If you want to raise capital, is either you do the affiliate to raise capital or you look for money somewhere else, just the way you look for money to trade with. That is how you look for capital. That is why RoyalQ has the affiliate there. For those who don't have big capital, they will seize opportunity of bringing in people, activating people to the business, and then you get capital. You're able to raise capital to trade. I hope it's clear.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, I can see a question on the chat. Okay, Queen Miriam, can you hear me? Are you still there?
I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
The settings you're using, is it the Rqtmi settings or a different settings?
Yes, I used the setting I use is the what I watched a video that the setting for one circle, that's what I used. I didn't use because I know that one circle is combination of one shot and circle trading. So there's a video I watched on $100
but it's not Rqtmi. It's not from Rqtmi.
Definitely, sir. It's not Rqtmi settings.
I just want her to say it. Okay, so it's fine, no problem. You have nothing to worry about. Just remain patient, please. Just
okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So let me go to the chart and see. If there are questions. Can someone lose money using Rqtmi? King James, I answered this question earlier that we are trading the crypto spot market. So there is no way you can lose money here. The worst thing that can happen is when a coin is being delisted. And if a coin is being delisted and you fall under such case, you are going to be told on what to do. And what are you going to do? You sell that coin and buy another coin and wait patiently to recover back the lost funds. So you are not losing money. You are not losing money. And the second thing is floating loss. No matter the dip of floating loss you fall in or your trade is in, you are still going to come out. It is just a matter of patience. Just wait patiently while the robot is waiting for your trade to sell out completely. I hope it's clear. I hope it is clear. So do we have questions? Do we have questions? Do we have questions? I don't know what is wrong with my mouse. Do we have questions? Okay, somebody is asking, King Robinson, can we be getting signals every morning, please? Yeah, signal, it all depends on what we are seeing on the chart. However, you know, we all have our own schedule. It's not easy to be on the chart all the time looking for signal. That is why we want you to learn this skill. That is why we want you to learn this skill. Sometimes a trade can just move so fast. A trade can move so fast that before you even drop the signal, like this is a trade. I believe you can see my screen. I took this money 5%. You can see, if you check how long it took this trade to deliver, this range from here, I entered from here, and then it delivered around here. So that is 1 hour 50 minutes for this trade to hit take profit 5%. And you can see this was where I was projecting the price to get to, this line here, but you can see it even went above, and you can see it has moved. It has moved. You can see where it is right now. So this is the skill we are teaching you guys. However, this is not the Rqtmi 2 indicator stack. No, this is the Rqtmi advanced style of trading. Okay, we don't use indicators here. So you can see, like I said, there are over 1,000 ways to trade. There's nothing like holy grail. However, there is some kind of strategy that will help you to reduce the floating loss. So because of when you are trading, there's what we call time and price. There's a specific time you need to go and start to look for a setup. So all these things are advanced, okay? But what you should do, use the information we are teaching you. Those strategies we are teaching you, start with them, learn them, understand them. They are all working. But the problem I have is that people are just so relaxed. They just want to depend on signals. Yes, you can depend on signal, but how about you learning the skill by yourself so that you are going to be independent? That is what we want to teach you guys. That is what we want you to learn. I hope it's clear. Okay, I can see somebody raising up his or her hands. Let me see. Oh, okay. Can't find the person anymore. Okay, I can see. I want to be clear, sir. Rqtmi is only one shot. Hope I'm right. All the magic 1, magic 5, and magic 3 settings we teach you guys should be always on one shot, please. That is the Excel template. The Excel template settings that we are teaching you to learn how to use, you are going to be using the magic 1, magic 3, and magic 5 settings, but you need to understand how to use it based on your capital. But the 3 settings should always be on one shot. One shot means once it hits the take profit, like this trade I took, once it hits my 5%, once it hits my 5%, the trade closed. The robots closed my trade and returned back my capital and profit. Okay, so that is what we refer to as a one shot. It is a one-time trade. So please take note about that. Take note about that. So for signals, anytime you see signals, just remain patient, please. It's not easy, but whenever there's signal, you get notified on the signal channel. Make sure your notification is turned on. All you just need to do is to always make sure you are online or close to your phone. And sometimes, even when you don't meet the signal on time, that is why we have preset price. You can set a preset price so that if the price goes above the preset price, set the preset price, start the trade. There's always a possibility of the trade coming down first before going up. So when it comes down, you can be lucky it comes down and hits your trigger price, and then it will start. But sometimes it doesn't come down, it just moves so fast. So just remain patient, please, and wait for whenever you see signal on the channel, and then you trade. You can also enter the trade and calculate based on those who want to enter the trade that don't want to wait for the preset price. Okay, we have a calculation we do. Just go back and watch the video. You understand what I mean. So King Mohammed also wants to ask a question. Please go ahead and unmute your mic.
Okay.
Go ahead
well done, sir.
and unmute
Sir?
your mic. All right, hold on.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, hello, we can hear you loud and clear.
Sir, for this, if someone is using Magic 3,
okay,
and the minimum capital for the Magic 3 is from $100 to, I think, to 319, if I'm correct. So
$100
now,
Magic 3. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now someone now is running in a floating loss, and you want, and the margin call limit is 7. And by that margin call limit, that is to say, if you set it in that form at $100 or $101 or $102, your margin call will stop, since that is setting. Are you going to still open more margin again for it, leaving it the way the initial setting of that 15 as the first buy?
Okay, this is a good question. I like the question. Now, this is it. If you are trading with Magic 5 and your margin calls have been used up, they are exhausted, you have two options. One is either you open more margin call, or two, you remain patient. Now, the first option can go this way. If you have capital to open more margin call, we always recommend you to use Magic 2. Let me go back to Magic 2 settings. Now, when you see Magic 2 settings on the Excel template, you can use this to open more margin call. But the problem with Magic 2 is that the minimum capital is 525. And you can also use Magic 1 to open. If you don't have 525, no problem. You can use Magic 1 to open. Magic 1 is $320, meaning that you can only use either Magic 1 or Magic 2 to open more margin call. So if you don't have any of this capital I mentioned, either 520 or 320, either 525 or 320, you can see it, 525 or 320, then you can just get $100 and trade another coin, while the other coin will be on floating loss, the robot will take care of it. Once it is time to sell off, the robot will sell off for you. So you also just to focus on another trade without your $100.
Thank you, sir.
But if you have this amount to open more margin call, now let me show you how you do that. You are on Magic 3, you have 7 margin calls. You go to your margin configuration. Let's say you want to use 320 to open more margin call. Make sure you have up to 320 extra cash in your USDT. You have extra 320 USDT in your Binance. Then you go to that trade, open it, go to trade settings, go to margin configuration. On the call limit, you can see for Magic 1 is 20. You now make it 27. Why? Because you want to open an extra 20 columns. Because initially it was 7 margin calls. So now you change it to what? 27. Then your first buy was 15. You change it to 20. Every other thing here, you don't touch, just leave it the way it is. Then go to the margin configuration on the 8th call, because you have opened extra 20 calls. So it's going to be 8, 9, 10, like that, till you get to 27. On the 8th call, are you listening?
Sir. Yes, sir.
On the 8th call, what you have here on the first call is what you put on the 8th call. What do you have here on the first call on Magic 1? 0.2, 0.3, right?
Yeah.
This is what you put on the 8th call on your settings, your margin configuration setting. Remember, it stopped at 7. Now it's going to continue from 8, 9. So this will be 8. Let me take out my annotation. This will be 8. This will be 9, 9th call. This will be 10th call. That is how you go until you get to the 27th call. So you put what you see here on your margin configuration. I hope it's clear.
Okay, sir.
Once you're done, you save. I
said both the margin call drop percentage and that of multiple buy. So I will copy what is one down from that 8 down to the 27.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, exactly. Then you save. Then you save the settings. And if your margin call is switched off, turn your margin call on so that you start to buy from the 8th call, 9th call, since you now have funds in your Binance. This is how you open more margin calls. For those who are here who don't know how to open margin calls, please, this is how you open margin calls.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, let me head back to the chat if we have any questions there. I can't find any question on the chat. Please, if you have any questions, feel free, ask your question. I earlier said that Rqtmi is not the reason why you are experiencing floating loss. Don't let anybody lie to you or anybody deceive you, all in the name for them to want to convince you to come and join their business. There's no business that is better than Rqtmi. If you're looking for fast money, please be careful. You might end up getting scammed. Rqtmi is not the reason why you are experiencing floating loss. It is the market. It is the market that is letting you experience floating, because the market is highly manipulated. It is very volatile. That is why you are using a robot to take away your emotions. Do you know what it means to be a manual trader? You are going to be on the screen or on your phone every single hour just to check. So Rqtmi has helped us to reduce all those things, to take away our emotions from our trade. Once you enter your trade, just go and relax. Rqtmi will handle the rest for you. You don't need to worry yourself. Go and relax. Go have some fun time with your family, or go and do your 9 to 5. Go and face your business and let the robots do its thing for you. You don't need to worry about anything. So please, if you have question, let me see your question. Ask questions. Don't keep questions to yourself. Ask questions. The more you ask questions, the more you understand the business. The more you ask questions, the more you understand the business. So if there are no questions, I am going to assume that everybody here understands everything that we have been teaching from day one, every Fridays. You understand how to use the exact template based on your capital. You understand the default settings. You understand the bull tactics. It means that you all understand everything. And I'll be glad and happy that at least you are understanding what we're teaching. Okay, what are the advantages of Magic 5 over other Magic? Yes, Magic 5 is the best. Why? Is because whenever the robot buys the first buy down to the fourth call. Now let me expand this so that you see it clearly. So Magic 5 is the best. Why? Because whenever it buys the first to the fourth call, not only that, plus the first buy, which is the first amount the robot will use to buy that coin for you, to start trading for you. It is called first buy, FB. Once the robot buys the first buy, first to the fourth call, 50% of your capital is already used to buy that coin. So there's a high tendency of the price not dropping down to the fifth call before it will go up and hit your take profit. Meaning that you make, if it's 3% take profit, you make 3% of your 50% capital. But if you're lucky, it buys up to the 8th or 9th call, you make some money before it will now finally go and sell, making you more money. But take note, the difference here is that when it buys the first buy to the fourth call, 50% of your capital is already on that coin. And remember, from the first to the fourth call, it sells it as one entity. As one entity, as wholesale. It is selling them all together as one. So if 300 was used to buy the first buy to the fourth call, it will sell everything together and give you your profit. Is that well understood? King Oyebo, please, if you are still there, is the answer to your question understood? King Oyebo, are you still there? I just answered your question. You asked, what is the advantage of Magic 5 over other Magic? And I just answered that question. It seems he's no more here. It's fine. Please, sir, can you explain the margin call again? What exactly do you want me to explain on the margin call? What is not clear? Let me know so that I will explain better. What is not clear for the margin calls, please? Margin calls. Okay, somebody say don't really understand margin calls. Okay. Margin calls. Now, this is it. You went to the market with, let's say, $300. Do you agree with me that you have a list of products you want to buy with this $300? You are not using this $300. Let's say you are not using this $300 to just buy one product. You have several products you want to buy, and maybe you already have a list. And it means that these products you want to buy, you want to go and buy them from different shops, meaning that each product has their own unique price, right? So now the robot is going to be making use of $300, but these settings is going to distribute this $300 into different drop in price. Drop in price. So this margin call drop percentage is the drop in price. Price goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. It can come down first before going up, come down again before going up to take out liquidities. It's all about liquidity. The market is all about liquidity. There are some people who have placed some orders here, some limit orders here. The market will come back, balance, and then go up, or rebalance and go up. As is it coming down to rebalance, it is taking up those orders to go back up. That is the reason why it is coming down. It is just like auction. Some people will place at a different price, some people place at a higher price. The market will come down, take the ones that the buyers or sellers agree to buy or sell, just to rebalance everything. So I'm just trying to, I hope I'm not going advanced, but what I'm trying to say here is that now this $300 is going to be split into maybe 7 places. If let's say you're using Magic 3, let me go to Magic 3. Let's use Magic 3 for this example. So this is Magic 3. Now you are having a capital of what? $300, right? And for Magic 3, it says 7 margin call limit. Now that you know that it is 7 margin call limit, let's use $100 for example instead. This $100 is going to be split into 7 places based on the margin call drop percentage. This is the price. I don't know, my mouse is not working. I've been using my, let me quickly check the mouse so that I'll be able to use, okay, that's better. Now this is price. Now this is what? Amount. So this multiple buying ratio in dollars is, that's why you see dollar here, is amount the robot will be making use of to buy based on the price. Based on the price. Now, call drop means that, let's say the robot has bought the first buy amount with $15. There's a high chance of the price coming down first before going up. Now, let me do it this way. Please pay attention. You bought at this point with your $15. Then the price went down first. Now, this downtrend you see, it is going to be handled by these margin calls, because we know that the price is very volatile. So once the price is coming down, it drops by 1%. The price, I'm talking about the price now, drops by 1%, it will trigger and buy the first call. The question is, how much will the robot use to buy? Remember, it has split this $100 into 7 places. So you are using $100 to go to the market to buy different products with your $100. So the first product you're buying it at a different price, and then the robot will use 0.7 to buy. 0.7 of what? When you say 0.7 multiplied by the first buy, it will give you what? $10.5, meaning that it will use $10.5 to buy the first margin call. The price did not go up. It came down again. It has bought the first call here. It came down again. It will buy the second call. And this time around, it will use what? Before it will buy the second call, the price needs to go down again by -5%. This is negative. The first one was -1%. It triggered, it bought. The second one is -5%. It triggered again and it bought the second call. The question is, how much this time around will the robot use to buy? You say 0.3 multiply by the first buy. Now, when we do the maths, this is what we get. 0.3 times what? 15. $4.5. So it will use $4.5 to buy. Then when it goes down again, it will buy the third call. When it goes up by -1%, it will buy the third call. This time around, it is using 1.3. When you say 1.3 multiplied by the first buy, the robot does all these things for you. You don't need to crack your head. Just set your settings and the robot does everything for you. That is the instruction given to the robot. That is the instruction given to the robot. So when you say 1.3 times 15, it's going to give you 19.5, meaning that it will use 19.5 to buy the third call. This is how it does until you get to the 7th call. That is if the price keeps on going down. But should in case it doesn't go down up to the 7th call, when it starts to go back up from the fourth call, it will, maybe it has bought the fifth call, sixth call, it will have to sell the fifth call, sixth call separately, just like I explained. Those are single entity. From the, let me reduce this. Hold on. Remember I said from the first to the fourth call, single entity, right? But from the fifth call, each of them are single entity. Each of them are single entity. So from the seventh call, whatever amount that was used to buy, if the price starts to go back up, it will need to sell this first, give you the profit, return back to the sixth call, sell it first, give you the profit, return back to the fifth call, sell it first, give you the profit, then it will sell 4, 3, 2, 1 plus first buy together as single entity, as one. Simple and clear. Is this understood? Is this now understood? King Dynamic, is this now understood? King Dynamic, is this now understood? You asked that question. And you also asked another question, how to open more margin calls. Please, I have answered that. Just watch the recording. Okay, because of time factor, I have answered that already. You can use either Magic 1 or 2 to open more margin call if you have the capital. But if you don't have up to the capital, for Magic 1, you need $320 to open more margin call. For Magic 2, you need $525 to open margin call. If you don't have that, just go and trade a new coin with either $100 or $200. Or you trade 2 coins with $100 before setting Magic 3. Just watch the recording. I already explained how to open more margin calls. How much capital for Magic 5? Magic 5, you need a minimum of $520. $520 for Magic 5. And take notes. Remember, we always say, we advise you to trade at least minimum number of 3 coins, maximum number of 10 coins, right? So if your capital can trade 3 coins, please distribute it accordingly. So if you want to trade with Magic 5 and you have, let's say, $2,000 capital, divide by 3. It will tell you how much capital you are going to allocate on one coin and which settings to make use of. Now, let's do the math. Let's also do the math. Let's say you have $2,000. Divide by 3. Let's see if you can trade with Magic 5. Yes, you can trade with Magic 5 because you are having 666 per coin. Okay, let's say you have $15, for example, $15. You don't know which settings to trade with. Divide by 3. 500. Now, the problem here is that you need just $20 each. That's, you need $60 to be able to trade Magic 5 with this capital. So you can say 1,560 will allow you to trade with Magic 5. Trading with the 520 per coin, you can see. But if you have anything below 156, maybe you have $1,000. When you divide by 3, 333, meaning that you cannot use Magic 5 or you can use Magic 3. It's better use Magic, sorry, please. You can use Magic 1. It's better use Magic 1 than to go and use Magic 3. Because Magic 1 is $320 and above. And Magic 3 is not better than Magic 3. Magic 1 is better than Magic 3. Magic 5 is better than Magic 1. Magic 5 is better than Magic 3. Magic 3 is better than Magic 1. So instead of you to trade Magic 3 with this, you go and trade Magic 1. 333 per coin to trade 3 coins. I hope it's clear. But if you have $300 only, just know that you trade with Magic 3, $100 per coin. If you have $500, know that you trade with Magic 3, 166 per coin. This is how you split your capital, just applying risk management. And remember, we always say trade 2 coins on default settings and 1 coin on bull tactics. The reason for this is because when you are trading 3 coins, sometimes a coin might take some time to sell. 2 coins might take a longer time to sell, while 1 coin will be selling faster. I don't know if any of you have experienced that before. 1 coin will be selling faster, you get out your money, you trade another one, get that. So that one will be making money for you, while the other 2 are still pending. And by the time they sell off, or maybe they are making money for a downtrend, you're still making some money. So instead of you going to put all your capital in 1 coin, It is risky only if you know how to trade very well. Maybe the advanced way, or you know how to trade very well, no problem. You can trade one coin with even your bull tactics, as long as you know how to analyze, you know what you're doing. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. So if my balance is not sufficient and I am trading 3 coins, what do I do? King Isaac, your question is not clear. So if my balance is not sufficient and I'm trading 3 coins, what do I do? If your balance is not sufficient, how? All you need to do is to check your total capital. What is your total capital you want to use to trade? Is it 300? Is it 200? If it is 200, it means that you can only trade 2 coins, 100, 100. 100, 100. You can either trade 2 coins on default, or you just go aggressive. You say 1 on bull tactics and 1 on default, or just go with default, trading into 2 coins. Then you try and raise more money to be able to trade your third coin with bull tactics category 1. I don't know if that answered your question, King Isaac, but I believe that should be what you're trying to get more clarity on. Okay, Queen Miriam said, please explain the bull tactics if one is trading 2 on default and 1 on bull tactics. Okay, I can do that, but my problem right now, I don't like using the trackpad on my computer. My mouse, I think the battery is down. Please give me just 1 minute. Let me get a backup battery. Please, 1 minute, please. Please confirm if you can hear me. Confirm if you can hear me. You know, sometimes these things can disappoint you. I have to get a backup battery for my mouse. Please confirm if you can hear me. I want to be sure the person who asked the question is still with us. Let me quickly check. Who was that? Queen Miriam, are you still here? You asked that question. Are you still here? Please confirm if you're still with us, Queen Miriam. You asked a question about. You can hear me, right? Yes, I want to confirm if Queen Miriam, who asked the question, is still with us. Queen Miriam, are you still with us? She asked a question about the bull tactics, how to use the bull tactics. Queen Miriam, are you still with us? Is there anyone here who also wants to know how to use the bull tactics, for those who don't understand it? Okay, well, she's here. Okay, awesome. All right, so please pay attention, Queen Miriam, because you asked the question. Now, we always say that when you are trading, trade 2 coins on default, which is D, and 1 coin on bull tactics category 1. However, we have bull tactics category 1 and 2, but we are saying bull tactics category 1. What is the difference between the default settings and the bull tactics? The difference between the default settings is that default settings makes you money uptrend, and downtrend. This means that when the trade goes against you, meaning that when the trade goes down, you are experiencing what we call floating loss, you are still making money downtrend, pending on, that is, if the robot is not yet done exhausting your margin calls. It is only when your margin calls are being exhausted, that is when you don't make money anymore. But once the price starts to go back up from where it stopped buying margin calls, it starts to go back up. It will start to sell those margin calls because it bought those quantity, those units of that coin at cheaper prices, at discounted prices. So it will acquire more units with that capital. The capital that it's been allocated on all these margin calls from the fourth call downward, it is buying more units because the price have dropped down. Discounts. The market is giving you discounts. So this default settings makes you money uptrend and downtrend. Now, for the bull tactics, it does not make you money downtrend, only uptrend. So downtrend is a no for this bull tactics. It only makes you money uptrend. That's bull tactics category 1. I'm talking about bull tactics category 1. Meaning that you have to modify your margin configuration for you to be able to use this bull tactics category 1, because of course you need to stop it from buying from the fifth call downward. If let's say you are using Magic 5, if you're using Magic 5, you need to stop it from buying the fifth call downward. How do you stop it? You modify this fifth call drop to what? 50%. And then you use the leftover capital to do what we call manual replenishment, to be added to the first to the fourth call. Any manual replenishment that you do, also known as manual buy, it is added to whatever amount that was used to buy the first to the fourth call, because it will sell everything together. So bull tactics category 1 only makes you money uptrend, but does not make you money downtrend from the sub sales or margin call drop from the fifth call downward. Because when you hear your boats selling sub sales means from the fifth call downward. That is what is referred to as sub sales, meaning it is buying, selling, downtrend. I hope it is making sense. I hope it is making sense now. So that is for the bull tactics category 1. Bull tactics category 2, you are modifying the margin configuration settings from buying the 11th call downward. Now, when I take this down, you see what happens. This Magic 5 is down to 24 call, right? So it will, you are modifying it from buying the 11th call downward. Then the capital will be used to do manual buy or manual replenishment. So this 11th call drop, you edit it to 50% because you don't want it to buy from the 11th call downward. And you calculate, which I did a calculation. I gave you guys a calculation to use to know the leftover capital, and you write it down somewhere on your book. If you don't have a book or a notepad and you're doing ReactQ, please, you are doing the wrong thing. You need to have a book. Just the way you have a physical business, you have where you document all the things you're buying and selling. You need to have a book for this business. It is also the same thing like your physical business. I hope it is well understood now. Queen Miriam, if there's anything that is not clear, please let me know. But I believe from my explanation, you now understand better. Please confirm if that answered your question. Confirm if that answered your question. Okay, let me check if I can see any other question. Okay, awesome. So do we have any other questions? If we don't have any question, please, we have to end the session. We call it a night. Okay, yes, good. I can see one last question from King William. He said, can you use the remaining balance to buy after your fourth call manually? You don't need to wait for it to buy up to the fourth call. Once your trade picks up, you go and do your manual buy. You must not wait for it to buy the fourth call. You can also wait if you want to, but I'm saying you must not wait. Once it buys, let's say maybe you're not with your phone and maybe you use a preset price, it bought. Then when you check your phone, you notice that it has even bought up to the second call or third call. No problem. Go ahead and do your manual buy. But if it is current price you're using to enter the market, you're starting that trade with, it will buy instantly with your first buy. Just go ahead and do your manual buy and go and relax. It will on its own buy the first, second, third, fourth, and stop. Even after you have done your manual buy. Remember, you are stopping it from buying the fifth call. I hope it is clear, King William. That is if you are using Magic 5 or Magic 1. For Magic 3, bull tactics, you are stopping it from buying the what? The second call. The second call. Sorry, let me make this. For Magic 3, you can only use bull tactics category 1, and you are stopping it from buying the second call. So it means that you are modifying the second call drop to what? From 5 to 50%. And you use your leftover capital to do your manual buy to be added to the only first call. I hope it's clear. But Magic 1 and Magic 5 works the same way. You are stopping it from buying the fifth call. I hope it's clear. So thank you so much for your time. For those who were able to stay up to this time, you are we appreciate your efforts. We normally do this every Fridays, 9 p.m. Please keep on attending Zoom sessions. Even if you know what we are going to say, it is still better you join. Somebody might ask a question and you learn from that question. So please always attend Zoom session and always fall back to have a rewatch of the recorded session because I am going to share it once I upload it on the YouTube channel. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. See you same time, same place next week. And please, for those who want to learn how to analyze, make sure you don't fail to attend our session by tomorrow. The same time, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Come and learn how you can analyze trades by yourself. Bye-bye from this side, everyone.